Look who I got here. Here, get your kiwis. Get your kiwis. Well, I'm heading to the river. It rained all day yesterday. The water's high on this side of the dam, but it is not on the upper side behind the dam. It looks actually real good. I went and looked at the water, and I'm gonna go find some points. I should be able to get. I'm gonna try to hit 2 spots today. It's like noon. I didn't think I was gonna be able to look, and I just drove up there, and boom, I'm gonna be able to go, and I'm excited. And here's my pet squirrel, the Meister. Get up there, Meister. Here. He loves him kiwis. Look at him go. See, you love them. All right, I'll get back on the river on my first find. You can watch a lot of my videos, and over in the playlist, there's a bunch of videos of him in a little playlist box where he was a baby and stuff, so you can check him out. I hope everybody's doing good. Squirrel Man woke me up real early. That's why I'm getting a late start on it. What's going on here? I'll play with you when I get back. Later, folks. I'm going to a different spot today than I was on in my last couple videos. I haven't been up here for, well, I found that blade up here that I found in 2 pieces, and it fits back together. But I'm gonna go up here and see what I can get, and hopefully we can get onto some points. If I don't start doing good up here, I'm going to go to a spot where it's more concentrated. But I'll get back on my first one later. Here's sifting. Here's another piece of fire rock blown open with fossils all over it. There's shells sticking out everywhere. Look at that big piece right there. Big piece of shell right. You can see it there. There's lots of shells in here. That's another one right there. And there's a piece of one. We'll put that in the boat. I'll put up pictures. There's one sticking out back here later. Big netting stand. Look at the big hole in that side. Then you flip it over and there's another one laying right here on the shore. Huh. Look at these fire pits. Later. I'm in a decent spot now. I've got a breaking point in here, but there's flakage right here. Is the bottom of a point. You can see it's probably impacted. It came up like this. It's like a Mississippian type thing, nothing to brag about, but the screens look good at least. Not much today, but I just got a little knife. Nothing to brag about, but you can see it's all worked on that edge. It's almost like a start of a point. It's like notched on that one side. It's uniface. Say it's some kind of knife. It's translucent. It's kind of overcast, but you can see all that work on there. That ain't bad. Lay that up here. Look here. There's a point with the base snapped off. That would have been daggone nice. It would have been a day maker. I'm gonna have to look around in here. I'll wipe this off in just a second. See, there's little flakes. Man, look at this point. Man, that's too bad. Broken one. Hear them peepers over there? They're peeping. I'm gonna sift around in here. This looks awful good. I haven't been doing very good, but there could very well be some pay dirt right here with some nice points in it. We're gonna look later. All right, this point I found in this video right here, I'll just put this clip after, is a table rock, a bottleneck. It's also known as. This is what the base would have looked like on the point. Right there. It's just snapped off. It's broke right there. And right here's the point. Table rock, late archaic, 4,000 to 3,000 years before present. And you can see it here. I can tell by the chipping on it. See how you can just see it on the edge work too. Of that one from Kentucky, and I found this one in the northern panhandle of West Virginia. Let me see. This one's sharpened down. Let's see, there's no other ones. But you can see the overall form of the point. And I can tell by the chipping, and I found them in that stretch of the river before, years ago. That would have been a nice find for the channel. It's a shame it snapped off. But you can see they're kind of fragile right on that point, especially like that one. You can see there, but it's more like that one, you can see. I dug out a little nutting stone there. It's just a crapper one, but I'm gonna take it. But I sifted, you can see all in here. I found a bunch of flakes. I'll get a few out of my pocket here. Bridge, I'd say that's a table rock, that point I found. The base is snapped off, a little bottleneck. See, there's the point, there's a flake. See, the base is snapped right there. That would have been it probably had a little bottleneck type base on it from the chipping, the material too. It's real nice flint. There's all kinds of flakes of flint ridge in here. But that'll be it for this spot. I'm gonna go down a little farther. Not doing too hot today. A couple broken points and a nutting stone. Nice artifact. You see it, man? There's some flint and stuff. Look at all these little flakes. But look at this. It's a hard stone nutter. It's a real harder stone, and that side is like almost scooped out, like pecked out. And look at this. That's a nice one on a pebble. Wow. You put this up here by the kayak. I like that. I've only been here like 10 minutes. This is where I found the flint drill. We'll put that right there, and I'll get back to you on my next find. Here by that nutting stone, big piece of pottery. Take that, start a new frame. Got a nutting stone, a piece of pottery. I found lots of flakes of flint, probably 50, of all different variety. Hopefully I can get a nice point or a nice tool or something. The shovel right here, I got a nice little Mississippian point. Believe me, I need this. I was out all day yesterday and just found, oh, this is at least 9 hours in to find a point that's worthy of like framing and stuff. And you see the water's up, there's no beach. I'm sifting out in the water. Let's see, I think I can put it right here on this stuff. Yeah. Let me get my gloves off here. Got a nice little tan triangle. I'm close to that midden site, and look here in my pocket. It's hard for me to film out here in the water. It just is. I have to, you see, I don't have any place to really set my screen. But right here's an ancient deer jaw. It's got 3 teeth in it. This is a deer an Indian killed, Mississippian man, during the Mississippian cultural period that was making these little triangle points. It's real honey colored bone. That's a pretty cool find with all the teeth in it. You know, that's a deer that's been dead for 1,000 years at least. But look in these screens. Here's flakes right here. Here's 3. Let me see if I see any other ones. I saw other ones, but they're probably behind this mud. See, there's one right there, a piece of black. But do you see the point? It ain't bad. It's right here. Look at this little Mississippian point. Little tan triangle. It's a nice one. I'm on the board. All right, that's a beauty, actually. True bow and arrow point. Pretty nicely made. Nice patina on it. And you know, that's, you know, goes right along with that shell midden with that. It's the shell midden's maybe, I don't know, 30 yards above to my left. Found a shell pendant there. I found other little points like this. Most of them have been broke. The tips are gone. I found one nice drill looking thing. You can go back in my videos and watch it, the shell midden videos. I'm right off of it. This is the point type. It's predominant in it. Man, shot from a bow, this point. Most of the stuff I find is attle thrown on a spear, but an attle set up, but this is not. This is a bow and arrow point. Nice. Got one, folks. And I mean, you know, I was out 6 hours at least yesterday. Found a little knife. You'll see that. A table rock with the base snapped off, and that's what it is. So, man, I needed a whole point, and I got her. Later, folks. Nice Madison point. It's a black one. Looks nicer than that last one. I'm gonna get up here out of the water. Yeah, we got a video now. That, and I like that nutting stone too. Let's see if you see it here. Man, it's hard to see because all this black, like decaying roots and stuff in it. There's a flake of like peach colored stuff. You see it? It's right here. It might have a little off that side, but man, that's pretty nice. It's really basally thin. Look at it. I'd say it was just made that way, to tell you the truth. It looks like that basal thinning strike took a little off that. You see that goes clear over in there. That ain't bad. There's another little one. True bow and arrow point. You can see that was hafted up to about right there and shot with a bow and arrow. That's pretty nice. Huh. Later, rocking the screen, I'm right in where I found them Madisons, and look at that. That's all worked. It looks like red jasper. It looks like a preform for one of them little Madisons, and it has a stack on it they couldn't get off. That's kind of cool. Look at that stack. Well, anyway, later, another piece. I had to carry my screen up here because I'm in the water, but it's broke and it's a daggone shame. It's another tiny little Madison point. You can see the tip's gone. And not many of these are made out of stuff like this. Look at that. Ah, the tip's gone. You see it would have come up there. It's lightly serrated on that side. Look at that material. That would have been a beauty. That's a shame. That would have been my favorite one today. I like that tan one, but man, not many of them are made of translucent material. They're all black, tan, gray. Man, I'd like to have that. Later. Point, it looks whole. It's a little like side notch. It looks like maybe a Brewerton, but man, there's a bunch of flint. I moved up this way a little bit. Let's pick some of the flakes up first. I mean, this is 4 shovelfuls of dirt. There's a flake. 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 See if you can kind of eyeball the point. It's nothing spectacular, but it's pretty nice. You know, I found a broken point yesterday. There's another flake. Look at all this. And for all the material, there's flakage everywhere. See if you see it. Straight down here. It's a Brewerton. It's a little Brewerton point. Look, the cortex of the river cobble's right there. That ain't bad. I'll take that. That's a nice little point. It's all there. Huh. Not bad. It's like a Brewerton side notched is what I would call it. It's like a late archaic. I'll show it in a book. Mid to late archaic, I think. Period. Cultural period. But not bad. Not bad at all. It's all there. It's just not my greatest find, but you know, I'm chalking them up in here. I've only been on that little stretch right there for all these Madison points and this stuff and this. I found this drill in here too. There's older stuff here. You can see all the stuff tumbling down. There's definitely older stuff here. There's just not as much of it. Most of it's Mississippian cultural period and woodland, but I find a big sandy here every now and then. It's just that stuff's not as prevalent. Screen after that Brewerton point, I got another point in the same area. There's a nice little dip in the base clay there, and there's just let me get my headset off here. There's a good bit of flake. See, there's another little flake. There's a few. See if you see it. It's up here. I'm pretty sure it's a point. Yep, it's a little Madison. Another one. And it's all there. See? It's a little Madison point. It looks like it's made of Cousteau. It's got these little dark blue and white spots. It ain't bad. Another Madison. I'll screen that down. If there's anything else in there, I will get back at you. You know, not the greatest point, but still not bad. It's an ancient arrowhead. Not bad. Later still. But look at that. That's a big broken blade. It's got some off the bottom. It almost looks like a huge stem point. That's a shame. It's kind of crude, but would have still been cool if it was whole. Later. I've been up here. This is the shell midden area where I found that shell pendant. The water's up. I did some screens down there, was getting some flint. I got one piece of like shell tempered pottery there for the collection. That's about it. And that big crude knife and not much else. I've been up here about an hour. I can't stay too much longer. It's Sunday, it's Mother's Day. I want to go get my mom a pizza and go eat with her and stuff. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take a few more screens down there where I was finding stuff, and then I'm gonna get out of here. But I will say Madison points at the end. Squirrel Man will be on here, and this will be continued. I'll be back out again just ASAP. A couple days I'll have another video on Arrowhead hunt. Later. Alright, here's what these little points are, these little triangulars you can see right there. Look, that one's 30 to 50 bucks. This one's real nice. It's almost fluted, but that's a basal thinning strike. It's not anything to do with a fluted point. It's a Madison. There's more down there too, but these, I just got these out to show. Mississippian cultural period, 1,100 to 200 years before present. And these ones on this site, they wouldn't be any, they're at least, I would say, 800 years old. And they're probably at the 1,100 year mark, around in 1,000 years old, because I'm finding intrusive mound or Jack's Reef style points with them. But you can see they're just right on, the ones from there. And it says, coincides with the Mississippian culture in the eastern states. A small to medium-sized thin triangular point that is usually straight to convex sized. Bases are straight to concave. Some examples are notched on one or two sides. Many are high quality and some are finely serrated. But there's also crude ones. There's also very crude ones. These real nice ones are hard to find. I find lots of crude ones. We'll do that Brewerton point next. I'll show it to you. See, there's another one from this video, little Madison. Got three pretty decent ones. That would have been my favorite one for sure, that translucent one. Here's that knife from yesterday. It's kind of got a notch here, but it's nicely worked. It's heavily patinated Crooksville chert, and it's got some fossils in it. It's not a bad tool. But I'll show you this Brewerton in a book next. Later. This is what this is. A Brewerton corner notched. Middle to late archaic. 6,000 years to 4,000 years before present. And you can see it's pretty close. And you can see how the ones in this book are fairly crude. This one down here at the bottom is pretty nice, but that's about as good as they get. It just truly is. 80% of them are about like this. And you know, it's not a bad point, but it's nothing like an Amos point. It's much cruder worked. But you can see there, it looks a lot like you almost lay it on there, the notches. It's what it is. See how crude the notches are, and they're crude. This one's real crude. You know, this is like that one's $48. This is $48. It's about what I'd want for that. $5 if I had to sell it, which I wouldn't sell it, but it's about what it's worth. But that should help you see what I'm finding, and we'll go in here and look at a few of these next. Let me get it open later. Alright, here we are on some of these. You can see I found this one on video laying out. Found several other points in the same video, but you can see it's dime thin, it's lightly serrated edges. It's a beautiful piece. Like here's a knife form. This is the Mississippian, the Madison knife form. You can see where it's got kind of shoulders here. That's where it was hafted into a bone, and you can see the resharpening down to the bone. It's a beauty. This is real translucent. I found this in West Virginia around Parkersburg when I was in college, laying out on a gravel beach. It's awesome. It's a smoker. It's one of the nicest pieces like that I've ever found. I found lots of these on video. Found this one on video laying out. It's another just smoker thin one. There's another big knife form. You can see how it kind of has the shoulders here. Would have been hafted into probably a bone there. See how it was resharpened while it was on the bone. It was probably